Ever try a detox or a cleanse and you ended up feeling like you got hit by a truck? Yeah, that's a Herxheimer reaction, and it's not pretty. Flu-like symptoms, exhaustion, brain fog, headaches, irritability, diarrhea or constipation, bloating, nausea, joint pain. It's enough to have you thinking, why the did I do this? I feel worse than I did. And no, even though the health gurus and influencers try to tell you, it's actually a sign that you're going in the right direction. No, it is not. A Herxheimer reaction is not a good thing. It serves no therapeutic benefit. It's actually a sign that the treatment is increasing inflammation and damaging your body. Or at the very least, you're using an inefficient treatment. Either way, not good. Now, the specific details of how that Herxheimer reaction happens, using words like cytokines and phagocytes, is beyond the scope of this video, but I'll link to a research article in the description that explains the science in case you're into that. The bottom line is that a Herxheimer reaction should be avoided at all costs. I personally think avoidance is a better approach than what do I do to minimize these symptoms and now that I'm deep into a Herxheimer reaction. Don't you agree? So in this video, I'll reveal the one crucial step you need to take before detoxing to avoid these nasty symptoms. Trust me, if you're thinking of doing a detox or a cleanse, you'll want to stick around. So it seems like everyone and their grandma is doing a cleanse or a detox these days, right? And it's big business for the wellness industry, whether it's being promoted for overall wellness, metabolic health, removing toxins, or killing off pathogens. But there's a critical step that most people miss that results in them experiencing a detox reaction. And that's drainage. Yeah, drainage isn't sexy, but it's necessary. Over my 18 years plus in clinical practice, I've seen countless individuals come to me suffering needlessly because they ignored this critical step. If you dive into detoxing without preparing your body first, you're going to experience a Herxheimer reaction. Unpleasant die-off symptoms that make you feel worse. So I'm going to explain why drainage is so essential and share a 4-step process to ensure a safe and effective detox. So drainage is your body's way of eliminating waste and toxins through various pathways. These include the colon, the liver and bile ducts, kidneys, lymphatic system, and the brain's glymphatic system. These pathways need to be open and functioning well before you start detoxing. Because if they're not, toxins can't be effectively removed and will get reabsorbed into your body, causing a host of problems. So think of your colon as the exit door for waste. If it's backed up, everything else gets clogged too. Next, the liver. The liver processes toxins, but if the bile ducts are clogged, those toxins go back into your bloodstream instead of being eliminated. Next up, we have the lymphatic system. This system moves waste out of your tissues. If it's not flowing, you're going to feel sluggish and toxic and often swollen or puffy. And finally, the cells and mitochondria. Your cells need energy to detox properly. If your mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells, aren't working well, neither will your drainage pathways. So as we look at this diagram, you see there is an order of priority. On the left, we have a healthy drainage funnel. On the right is an unhealthy drainage funnel. So you want to start at the bottom of the funnel and go up, addressing each section in turn. Now, the most important part of the funnel is the bottom, the colon. So start by ensuring regular bowel movements 2 to 3 times a day is ideal, but not to the point of watery stools. If you're constipated, everything above your colon gets backed up. So number 1, make sure you are pooping every day. You just get cranky if you're not pooping every day. The level above that is the liver and bile ducts. When the liver and bile ducts are backed up, there's this release emergency valve that happens. It's called the blood-bile barrier, and that opens up. So instead of toxins being dumped into the bile and into the intestines, which is the path that they should go, the toxins instead get dumped into the blood, into the systemic circulation. And that overflow then affects the kidneys, skin, and lungs. That's why people experience rashes, itchy skin, kidney function issues when their drainage pathways are backed up. On blood work, for example, if you're seeing your liver enzymes coming up or your kidney function numbers like creatinine, BUN, and GFR, that's a sign you need to support drainage. So you get this cascade of symptoms at this point because toxins are allowed into systemic circulation. Now, secondly, we want to make sure that the bile is moving. Sluggish bile can be caused by a host of factors, from low estrogen to parasites to glyphosate, candida, fungus, and mold. There's many causes. So that's where working with a skilled practitioner, someone that can help you identify which of those factors are affecting you specifically, comes in handy. If you'd like some extra support, I'll leave a link to my email newsletter in the description. Hop on the list, and in addition to getting daily health insights, you're welcome to email me directly, start up a conversation, and we'll see if this approach would work for you. And yes, I personally answer my emails. Then in the middle of this drainage funnel, you see the lymphatic system. There's intestinal lymph, there's lymph in the liver, and in order for the brain to drain, the lymphatic system needs to be working well. It all drains into the soft tissue lymphatics. So if you're seeing puffiness in your skin, that's the skin's lymph that's backed up, as an example. So start with the lower portions first, the colon, the liver, and the bile ducts, then move on to the lymphatics. So don't start with the lymphatics, as the lower portion needs to be open first. Next, we have the organs and tissues, like the brain. So in order for the brain to drain, like we said, the lymphatic system has to be draining. The liver and the bile ducts have to be draining, and the colon has to be draining. What happens if that's not happening? Well, brain fog, headaches, memory issues, and not thinking clearly can all be symptoms of poor brain drainage and drainage funnel issues. And last but not least, the mitochondria. Everything in this drainage funnel is powered by mitochondria. Think of the mitochondria as the power switch, and you need to flip that sucker on. Supporting the mitochondria gives the organs the energy they need to properly drain. So, in summary, to avoid Herxheimer reactions, always start with these 4 steps. Number 1, ensure colon health. Number 2, support the liver and bile ducts. Number 3, keep the lymphatic system flowing. And number 4, boost mitochondrial function. A successful detox always starts with opening up your drainage pathways first and providing the necessary energy to run all those processes by supporting the mitochondria. Do this critical step, and I guarantee your next detox will be successful and symptom-free. Take the time to prepare your body for detox. You'll be glad that you did. So this is the approach that I use myself and that I help clients with as well. If you'd like to learn more about how this approach, which I call the quantum health shift model, a new model for healthcare delivery, could benefit you, including resolving your symptoms and 10xing your energy, I invite you to click the link in the description below.